Hello and welcome to my latest weekly newsletter. Exciting news this week in the Pro Shop. The new TaylorMade M5 and M6 driver fairway and irons have arrived. They're just fitting equipment so far. The official release date does not start. They're not released until February the 15th. So you can order them now, but they won't be here until after February the 15th. But yes, we have got the new TaylorMade M5, M6. Can we see those? Very, very nice looking golf clubs. And the irons as well. TaylorMade M5 iron. Take a look at that. Good looking golf club. And the M6 as well. Okay, so what's different between the M3 and M4, M5 and M6? Well, they've still gone with a twist-faced technology. Okay, so the face that they introduced last year, where it's a little bit open on the toe and a little bit closed on the heel to stop the toe hooks and the heel slices we all tend to get with the miss hits, that's still involved. But this year, I don't know if you can see, they've got a couple of screws there. Okay, well, in the process of making them, they've injected their speed foam into the face. Okay, and they were able to inject it into the face, which somehow they kind of over-injected it, and then took some out to make it as legally possible the trampoline effect on the face as they possibly can. So they've kind of injected so much stuff into it, speed foam as they like to call it, that it's made it illegal. And then they've taken a little bit out at a time, until they've got to the exact point that makes the driver head illegal with that trampoline effect face. So in theory, you cannot get a further hitting driver than these new TaylorMade. Now we all know a lot of it is marketing. Well, I don't know, marketing rubbish, I suppose. But actually, they have got a point. I mean, they are trying to make it as hot as legally possible according to the rules of golf. So let's have a little hit and see how it performs. I'm going to hit the M5. This is my first swing with it. It's still got the adjustable weighting system at the back, so you can move the weights back if we want to create a bit more backspin on the ball to get the ball higher launching. We can move the weight forward again. To take the spin off the golf ball so it launches a little bit lower. Suits me a little bit better when I launch it lower, and therefore have less spin as well. Okay, so we can still adjust that. We can still adjust the high, the low. It's still adjustable 2 degrees either way. This is 9 degree. I'm going to leave it 9 degree. I'm going to leave it as it's sent to me, and we'll have a little hit. Right, so first things first, when you put the ball club down behind the ball, you can see it's a much more of a kind of matted finish, not the shiny glossy finish anymore. They've gone for a matte finish, but the same sort of a TaylorMade grey and black head there, with a nice little bit of red trim on it this time. The M3 had blue trim on it, so got a bit of red trim on it this time. But over the golf ball, as all TaylorMade golf clubs do, look very, very nice over the golf ball. Now let's see if it performs. Let's see if I can hit a good one and see how it looks. Yep, feels good, looks very, very nice. Let's see if we can make a good golf swing. So, first impressions, hit that one very nicely. Didn't go particularly very far. I haven't put my shaft in it just yet, so that makes a big difference to me, as we all know, and it's not quite set up for me just yet as well. But first impressions, hit it very, very solidly. Looked very, very nice and felt very, very, very well balanced. So yes, we like the M5 driver. The M6 driver, much the same technology and twist face and speed foam injected with the screws there, look. And basically now it's got this weight at the back of the head here. It just sticks out a little bit. You can't see it kind of over the golf ball, but it just pops out a little bit. And they've just brought the centre of gravity back in the head again, just to encourage us all to launch it a little bit higher and kind of get that more rainbow flight of a golf ball, okay? So the M6 has just got a bit more weight in the back of the head to get it launching. Same sort of technology. This is a 10.5. Let's have a hit with this then. Very similar looking heads. Maybe the M6 just looks a little bit more rounded than the M5. Very similar looking. In fact, I probably couldn't tell the difference between the two if you just handed to them like this. Let's have a hit. And again, felt very good. Felt very similar to the M5 actually, but obviously not quite as adjustable. But yes, I shall give this more testing in the future, along with the new M5 and M6 irons. Again, got the speed foam technology inside in the sole of the shoes to give it sole of the club to give you that trampoline effect face again, much like the P790s have that came out last year. The M6 is a slightly bigger, more forgiving version than the M5, which is slightly for the lower handicapper player, probably based around the sort of 12 to 18 handicapper, and the M6 is based for the 18 to 28 handicapper. But again, still look very nice golf clubs down on the ground there, and we'll test them a bit more over the week or so, and we'll include the review in the next video perhaps. Right, in other news, in tour news, something very, very interesting happened this week. Not happened for a lot of years. TaylorMade, we've just had a little hit with their new products, were not the #1 driver on a USPGA Tour event for the first time in I think about 10 years or so, which is really quite remarkable. So yeah, a bit of a kick in the teeth for TaylorMade there perhaps. So who was #1 in the driver category? Well, it was Titleist. The Titleist TS2 and Titleist TS3. They were #1 in the driver category. So i.e. they had more drivers in play than any other brand at the Sony Open, which was in Hawaii this week, won by Matt Kuchar. They had 42 out of 156 players playing their driver this week. TaylorMade was next best with 32 of the players playing TaylorMade last week. So a very interesting stat. That meant Titleist led the way with their driver. It was #1 in the driver field. It was #1 fairway wood, #1 hybrid, #1 irons, #1 wedges, and they're always #1 golf ball. Most players out there play the Titleist Pro V1. So yeah, first time I think since 2001 that one manufacturer has topped all the main categories of the counts at the Sony Open. So yeah, very impressive. So Titleist, the TS driver that we showed at the end of last year, going great guns. Which reminds me, if you're interested in trying the Titleist TS driver or fairway woods, or the Titleist 818 hybrids or the 718 irons, AP2s, the AP1s, we've got a demo day this Friday, Friday the 18th. I've still got a couple of spaces left, so if anybody wants to come along to the Titleist fitting day, we are booking appointments. Please just don't turn up. We do want to book appointments. They are anytime between 12 and 4 o'clock on Friday the 18th of January. So come and see why Titleist reclaimed #1 spot in the driver market for the first time in X amount of years. Okay, 42 out of the 156 players played a Titleist driver, which is quite remarkable, because normally TaylorMade, that's their main thing, is they're top in the driver stats, but not this week at the Sony Open. Right, okay, next we'll move on to Gorleston Golf Club competition news. As it's generally one competition result to go through this week, and that was last Thursday's men's midweek Stepford, where John Cater won Division 1 with a fine 38 points. Takes it back down to that 9.5 mark, John. Only 0.1 to go. I can't remember how many times you've said now you've been down to 9.5, but haven't quite got down to that single figure handicap, but good luck with that. But you won, well done, 38 points. Richard Reynolds came second with 37 points, beating Jamie Goff and David Watson into third and fourth respectively, both with 36 points. In Division 2, Steve Rainbow won, well done Steve. He had a fine 41 points, very good up there Steve, beating Joe Smart into second on 40 points and Paul Dashwood onto third on 39 points. Well done you three. And in Division 3, David Tungate won with 38 points, beating Colin Denny. Well done Colin. Colin had a lesson last Wednesday before the midweek, so good to see that did you good. He came second with 37 points, so well done you two. John Mills third on 34 points. Okay, finally on to the fixtures coming up for this week. So I'm doing this newsletter on a Monday, believe it or not, so you might even get this on a Tuesday afternoon, okay? That'll be Tuesday the 15th. So on Wednesday the 16th, the ladies got the divisional Stapleford out between 9:30 and 11:30. Thursday we've got the men's midweek Stapleford out all day. Nothing on Friday, nothing on Saturday. Sunday we've got a men's monthly Stapleford. The golf course will be closed all morning. Nothing on next Monday, nothing on next Tuesday, and back to the Wednesday the 23rd and the ladies again. So again, not much going on this time of year on the golf course for obvious reasons, although the weather so far hasn't been too bad. Touch wood. Okay, the golf lesson MOT package has been going well. Done a few of these this week. Reminder for that if you want a little MOT of your golf game, we can have a swing MOT, a short game MOT and a putting MOT. 3 lessons for £60, so that's a £15 discount. So 3:45 minutes for £60. They don't have to be on those each category, just my suggestion. We can have 3 lessons on the short game if you want, 3 lessons on the swing, 3 lessons putting if you want. But yeah, just my suggestion, a little golf swing or golf game MOT. But yeah, if you're interested in those, please come and see me and we'll book you in for those. Other than that, that's it for this week. Remember, Titleist Fitting Day on Friday the 18th this week, so please let me know if you want to come to that. We are taking appointments and find out why the Titleist TS driver topped the charts at the most used driver at the Sony Open this week. Other than that, if you want to try the new TaylorMade M5 and M6 equipment, then please come and book yourself a fitting. I'm not sure Titleist will remain #1 in the club count for long. I'm not sure that many TaylorMade players were playing at the Sony Open, but anyway, it's still a great achievement for Titleist. But we'll see what happens with the new TaylorMade M5, M6 stuff. But if you want to try any of that, the irons, the woods, or the fairways, please book yourself a fitting appointment with myself or Ollie. Right, that's it for now. So thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you this week. Goodbye.